This is the JMGO N1S 4000 smart portable projector, and my first thought was how surprisingly compact and sturdy it feels for something that can throw a 100-200-inch picture. The footprint is about the size of a lunchbox, and the gimbal base is the star right away. I can tilt the head up to the ceiling or swing it toward a wall in seconds without propping it on books or fiddling with a tripod. Key features that stood out to me are the pure RGB triple laser light engine, the integrated gimbal with instant autofocus and auto keystone, and Google TV with native Netflix. That combo makes it feel less like a gadget and more like an everyday screen I can move around and use anywhere in the house. From my experience, setup is almost instant. I place it on a table, aim the head, and the picture snaps into focus while it squares the frame by itself. If you're new to this, autofocus uses a sensor to sharpen the image automatically, and keystone correction digitally straightens the picture when the projector isn't perfectly centered. The gimbal rotates smoothly and holds its angle without drifting. I've watched full movies pointed straight up at the ceiling, and it didn't sag or lose focus. The cables connect on the base, not the head, so when I swivel the projector, there's no tugging or tangles. It's a simple touch that makes the whole experience cleaner. Image quality is where the N1S 4000 feels premium for its size. It's a 4000 DLP with pixel shifting, which means it uses a fast mirror system to put all the pixels of a 4000 frame on screen. Text looks crisp, and textures like fabric or hair keep their detail even at large sizes. The triple laser engine is why the colors pop. There's no color wheel, so there's no rainbow effect, and the color coverage is very wide. JMGO claims 110% BT 2020, which is a big color range used for modern HDR content. In my opinion, this is the best part of the picture. Reds and greens are punchy without looking neon, and animated films look fantastic. HDR10 support helps with contrast and highlight detail, though this is still a single-chip DLP, so don't expect OLED-level blacks. A quick note for newcomers, brightness here is rated at 1100 ISO lumens. ISO lumens is a standardized way to measure light output, but real-world brightness depends on the picture mode. From my experience, it looks best in a dim or dark room. With blinds open, darker scenes wash out. When I switch to a color-accurate mode like movie, the image looks more natural but a bit dimmer. If I push into the brighter presets, I sometimes see a green tint, which I end up dialing back with color controls. Bottom line, treat this as a night and curtains device for the best results. I have noticed a little laser speckle on flat color areas like bright skies. It's a faint, shimmering grain you can see with some triple laser projectors. On my matte white wall and a 1-gain white screen, it's minimal and easy to ignore. On a high-gain or gray ALR screen, it's more noticeable. If you're picky about image texture, stick to matte white. Google TV is smooth and straightforward. Signing in with my phone took a minute. Netflix runs natively without any hacks, and Dolby tags show up as expected. Chromecast built-in makes sharing photos and YouTube links painless. The remote is simple, though I wish it were backlit for dark rooms. I've had one moment where it needed to repair over Bluetooth, but it was quick to fix. Day-to-day, I mostly use voice search for titles, and it works reliably. Audio surprised me. The 10W dual speakers are clear and have decent body for a small chassis. Dialogue is easy to follow, and for casual viewing I don't reach for an external speaker. For movies, I still prefer my soundbar via HDMI, but if I'm moving room to room, the built-ins are fine. The fan is impressively quiet. Once content starts, I can't hear it from a couch distance. Gaming has been a mix of wow and compromise. With game mode on, the input lag feels nice and snappy. JMGO rates it at around 17 ms, and motion is clean. The catch is that game mode disables keystone correction, so I need to line the projector up square to the screen. If I try to play from an angle with keystone on, input lag jumps and fast games feel mushy. When I position it properly, it's great for racing, sports, and casual action. For competitive shooters, I move it dead center to keep that low latency. If you plan to angle it off to the side, just know you'll be trading speed for geometry. Portability is a strong point. It's 4.4 pounds, and the included EPP case is light but protective. I've taken it to a friend's place for a movie night and set up in minutes. Power draw has been reasonable for a projector, and while the main unit stays cool, the external power brick runs hot after a movie. I keep it in open air, not tucked under furniture. The hardware design has a nice feel. The shell is matte plastic that resists fingerprints, and the lens window and sensor array look clean on the front. The overall shape is stable, so tilting up toward the ceiling doesn't make it wobbly. Port selection is simple. One HDMI 2.1, one USB-A, a headphone jack, and power. I wish there were a second HDMI for a console plus a streaming stick, but since Google TV handles most apps, I mostly plug a console or a laptop and call it a day. Let me talk throw distance and size because it matters. There's no optical zoom. The throw ratio is roughly 1.21, so for a 100-inch picture, I'm about 8.5 feet back. If your room is tight, measure before you buy. Digital zoom exists, but it crops the image and reduces effective resolution, so I avoid it. Blu-ray 3D support is a neat bonus if you still have a 3D collection. With active shutter glasses, I watched a couple of sequences and they looked stable and bright enough in a dark room. MEMC motion smoothing is available too, which inserts extra frames to reduce judder. I turn it off for movies and only use it on sports or live content. It's perfect for apartment living, bedrooms, and anyone who wants a big screen without drilling mounts or committing to a fixed setup. The gimbal makes casual use fun. Put it on a coffee table, point, watch. In my opinion, the value here is color quality, sharp 4000 detail, quiet operation, and a truly fast setup flow. The trade-offs are the reliance on a dark room, the single HDMI, the lack of optical zoom, and the gaming caveat about keystone. From my experience, the sweet spot picture is movie mode with a matte white surface, brightness tuned to the room, and laser speckle kept in check by avoiding high-gain screens. If you're sensitive to speckle, take a minute to test your wall or screen before you commit. If you care about bright daytime viewing, this won't replace a TV in a sunny living room. If you're a serious competitive gamer, plan your placement so you can keep keystone off. I'd recommend this for renters, dorm rooms, bedroom theater fans, travelers who want a real 4000 image in a small package, and families who want to pull out a projector for weekend movies without fuss. It's less ideal for bright, open living spaces and for setups that need multiple HDMI sources plugged in all the time. In conclusion, the JMGO N1S 4000 nails the easy big screen idea better than most portable projectors I've tried. The picture is sharp and colorful, the gimbal removes the usual setup headache, Google TV keeps streaming simple, and the noise levels are whisper low. It asks for a dark room and some placement discipline, but if that fits your space, it delivers a cinematic experience that's far bigger than its footprint. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more hands-on reviews and drop your questions or your own experiences in the comments. Thank you for watching.